Gary, you say some families are shocked to learn where their inheritance actually ends up.
That's right. Spoiler alert, it's not always with the kids.
Gary uncovers what's really going on next.
Retirement is more than a destination. It's a journey that starts with a dream, a vision for the way you want to live, recharge, and give back. To get there, you need a plan to reach your retirement goals. Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors has the strategies you need to plan for income, taxes, healthcare, and more. For years, Gary has been helping families plan for a successful retirement. Welcome to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage.
Gary, so many people have saved well, but they maybe haven't actually processed what happens to that money once they're gone. What can this oversight mean, not only for them, but also for the loved ones that they leave behind?
Well, there's a lot of different things that could possibly happen, right? And doing this for 22 years, I've seen a lot of the different ways. So sometimes the money will go to somebody that they really didn't intend for it to go to, like an ex-spouse that they hadn't had it changed or reviewed, or they haven't listed the other kids on there as beneficiaries, and then that's going to go to probate, obviously. Or they have kind of like mismanaged the trust or set it up incorrectly, and a lot of that money can go to crazy Uncle Sam, all right? A lot in taxes and things too. So I see people making mistakes. They'll list an IRA or list the trust as a beneficiary on an IRA, and that can just blow things up and get a lot of taxes in that too. But just making sure that you have this structured properly, right? There's so many things that I can see that are in like old trusts that people had, and they were just managed incorrectly, and it's really because they never had any reviews done on it too, right?
Yeah, those family dynamics, going back to what you said earlier about maybe going to the wrong, like an ex-spouse. We don't, we add people and we remove people from our lives all the time. They in and out of our lives all the time, whether it's good or bad reason.
Yep.
But that's a legitimate reason to keep up on all of this. There are some people that think, I've got this covered. I've got a will. I've got my IRA. What's the danger there of thinking that way? Is it enough to just have a will?
I mean, wouldn't you want to know that it's actually the right documents to have? So I have a lot of people that basically everybody's moving to Florida these days, right? We hear about it on the news all the time.
You're like, no, please.
Yeah, no, like we're full, right?
Exactly.
I have to make reservations now at restaurants I never had to.
On all of you. Yeah.
But a lot of those documents they had in other states, and I got to get it updated for Florida too. But then again, there's a lot of people that come in, I see for the first time, they don't have any documents at the same time too. But just making sure those things are updated. And there's so many changes that have gone on lately, and a lot of people think it's very complicated to get this stuff set up. It's really not. It's like who gets it, how they get it, when they get it, and is there anybody you don't want to get it, all right? And it's usually 30 minutes to an hour sitting with us.
A little bit of a cost involved.
Yeah,
but
and it's
still
like less than $1,000 that it could cost somebody. Now you can spend more than that too with an attorney firm and have a really nice binder and spend like $10,000 for some of these trusts. I've seen many of those too, and they're not even set up properly, and there's nothing in the trust, and they spent $10,000 on these documents. But yeah, I mean, this is the last love letter you're going to leave to somebody. Let's make sure that it's going to go to the right people at the right time and how they need it.
Well, that all sounds really easy. Why do you think so many people avoid this? It's a tough conversation.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Sometimes I remember going and setting up our will at the time when we were young and thinking, I just don't want to do this. I don't want to talk about all of this.
Right.
I'm too young for this. We just put it off and we put it off, don't we?
And it just goes years and years and years of putting it off. And then one day you might need those documents and you don't have them, right? Do you remember Prince? Remember the artist Prince?
Yes, of
He
course.
passed away and didn't have any of these documents. And
so we're learning so many well-known people that you would assume would have somebody watching over them. Yeah, that's happening a lot.
So if you have assets and you need those things protected and stuff too, and just, if you're a married couple and stuff too, durable power of attorney is a great thing to have. And then list one of your kids as well, because we never know. We can get in a car accident, right? I mean, look at all the traffic that's out there. You get in a car accident in no time. These streets are busy and things. You look at every billboard. What's on the billboards? Attorney firms, right? So, these trusts are going to protect your assets quite a bit. And it's a great thing to have too, in case, God forbid, if you get sick or slip and fall. I've had clients, had strokes, things like that too. And
freak accidents.
Never know what's going to happen.
They're called that for a reason.
Yeah. And these documents are so simple to get done. And it's so easy for us to do it because we're doing it for so long too.
Okay, it's simple to get done. We just have to do it. Let's kind of start with the first initial step that we need to be doing in terms of planning for that legacy, who do I reach out to? Is it you? Is it an attorney?
Yeah, you call our office up, and then usually they'll meet with me, or maybe they'll meet with one of the attorneys, but usually I'll meet with them first, or somebody on the advisory team, or somebody from our office. But it's like, what is it you need? What is it you're looking for? Is it documents you need updated because you moved here from a different state, or you just need everything complete soup to nuts? And then we kind of talk to the clients and find out, because everybody's different. Some people are on their first marriage, some people are on their 7th marriage, right? I have some clients that have no kids and some that have 4 or 5 kids, and they may want 2 of them not in the trust at all because they haven't talked to them in 30 or 40 years, right? And I'm okay with that, making sure they're not listed in the trust. But we want to make sure we list them that they are to get nothing of these assets if something happens to you. But it's such a simple process, but it sounds like it's really complicated and it's going to be time consuming and it's really expensive and I got to make all these changes. I tell you this, every time somebody's done with the process that we have, they're like, this is so much easier than I thought it was ever going to be. And
then like a deep breath. You just take this deep breath and you're like, your shoulders are more relaxed and it's over.
No more anxiety and it's past you now. Now just go worry about the rest of the stuff in life.
Except we can't set it and forget it.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, people come in and out of your life, right?
Right.
People get married, people get divorced, things change. Some of your kids get married, get divorced, so we might have to change your daughter's name. So
you might not want to have left. Let's try that again. You might not want to have left to your children, but those grandchildren come along. That's a whole different story.
I think my parents loved my son more than they'd love me. They're like, hey, we'll come over when he gets out of school. I'm like, you can come over before that.
Pretty sure that's how it was with my kids as well.
Yeah.
All right, Gary, we're off to a great start. Coming up next, what does it actually take to help make sure your wealth outlasts you? Gary explains. Stay right there.
More is usually better, but not when it comes to taxes and retirement. Tax rates might seem high right now, but these could be the lowest rates you ever see again. Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take advantage of now to help lower your tax bill later and help get the most out of what you've saved for retirement. But don't delay. Time is limited and rates could rise soon. So act now to get your free tax analysis. Help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
They say knowledge is power. Whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, you'll probably never say you know too much. The same is true with retirement. The more you know, the more prepared you'll be for everything in store. And we've made it easy to get started. This free offer is packed with knowledge to help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act now and claim your free offer today.
In life, it's good to know what you have to work with. Knowing how many nails you have before building that birdhouse. Knowing how much sugar you have before starting to bake the cake. But do you know how much income you'll be able to count on in retirement? Retirement savings are one thing, but knowing how those savings can turn into income is another. Are you confident you know what your retirement income will look like? Call our team and get a free income analysis today. We can show you what you might expect for income in retirement. Find out now so you won't have to wonder later. Call for your free analysis today.
You've heard it before. Measure twice, cut once. When it matters most, it pays to take that second look. What about your retirement? When creating a plan to help increase your spending power, reduce taxes, build a legacy, and create income you can't outlive, another set of eyes might be your sharpest move. Take advantage of our free second opinion service. We'll see what you have and tell you what you might be missing, all at no cost to you. Reach out now for yours today.
Welcome back in, everyone. I'm joined once again by Gary Marriage, and we're talking about leaving a legacy. Most people have thought about their legacy, but thinking about it and actually protecting it are two very different things. We're going to focus in on this just a little bit. What does it really take to make sure once I have that in place, it's sealed and signed? You mentioned earlier in the show about, you can spend thousands of dollars on a trust and maybe it's still not really how it's supposed to be. How do we know?
It's not even done. Yeah, I mean, I'll have people that spend $10,000 that big binder, and here's our trust, and it's this thick, right? And they ask us to review it, or my estate planning team to review it, and then we'll take out like 10 pages of it. they're like, I thought you were going to review the whole thing. I'm like, have you ever looked at it? And they look at it and they start fumbling through it. And I'm like, it's a dictionary. It's just a bunch of glossary words is all
like
it
the
really
tax
is. And they're
code.
like, oh, I thought it was really cool because we had a big trust. But yeah, it's like a big dictionary. You paid like 10 grand for. So, or the assets are not placed under the trust. I see that a lot, right? So they'll have these documents set up and they're like, oh, everything we have is in the trust. Well, I'm reviewing their documents. There's nothing listing anything about the trust. So they do have a trust, but unfortunately there's nothing in it. There's nothing to protect those assets.
So we do need to talk about taxes, plan for tax efficiency, plan for charities that you want. So these are all things that you want to build in there, and you want to make sure that they are pretty solid in terms of what you want.
Yeah, so like the actual charities that you want to leave the money to. So it's not just like the breast cancer society, right? It's maybe the
specific.
county or the city that you live in, right? Be really specific with that. Or like the Humane Society of such and such county or things like that too. How you want those assets to go to those charities or kids, right? I have some families that do very well, and they're like, hey, my one daughter is very successful, but my other one, not so much. You know, she's in and out of rehab and things like that, and I'm scared that she's gonna blow all this through her nose. And I'm scared to death of it. I don't want her to get the inheritance and a lump sum. So we structure these to where they get equal to their salary.
Right, matches what they make. I've heard this before.
Yeah. So, and then, or if they just want payment go to them every year, I have it made out to on mom's birthday to them. So they remember mom or they remember grandma every single year because they get their check on mom's birthday or grandma's birthday, right?
I like that. Aw.
Yeah. So it's really, like, you know, how do you want things to go? This is the document that you need that's going to do all those things for you and tell you like who gets it, how they get it, and when they get it. Helps you, you know, reduce a lot of the taxes you're going to have, the nightmares, the planning with your family, right? Like who gets your bracelet? Who gets the truck? Who gets the Picasso painting over
My
here?
grandmother had us put little sticky notes underneath the chair or
there you go.
underneath the dresser. Like if we said that we liked something, you know, we'll put your name on a piece of paper and
that's
put it
yours.
under that, you know, and then somebody would come and change the piece of paper, you know, my brother or something as a joke. But, you know, that kind of thing can happen.
Put the value on the back of them too. Like sometimes you'll see some of these paintings and I'm like,
we don't know.
yeah, I don't know if it's Picasso or if it's, you know, if it's a $5 painting they got at Dollar Tree or something, or if it's a $5 million painting they got when they were in Europe or something.
Yeah, how many times do we throw things away?
Absolutely.
As we're getting rid of, you know, after our loved ones have left us, and then we realize that the value is so much more.
But those trusts is really going to say who gets it, right? So like, you know, you got several kids. Well, you know, this daughter is going to get this. She's going to get the wedding ring. This one's getting dad's watch or whatever it is, and it's kind of designated. So there's no fighting. That's the great thing about these documents too, because it's already spelled out how you want your wishes. Some people record their messages now too.
That's what I was going to bring up next. I think, you know, we have that, you know, ability now. We've got our phones. Do it on your phone. Do it on a video, little, you know, if you've got a little camcorder still, something like that.
Yeah, we do it. We do it in the office too. I mean, because, you know, iPhones now have 4 or 5 cameras on them. So you can just record your message, you know, hey, I wanted to let you know why you're not getting anything from this trust, Stephen, right? I've had those and I'm like,
maybe
oh, boy.
not a video like that.
No, but it's like, hey, you know, this is the way things I wanted. This is where I think you girls enjoy this or that. And, you know, there's really cool messages that some of my clients have.
Yeah, I think there's we could go on and on about just the different ways to do this. This all comes back to kind of putting our trust, to use the word trust, putting our trust in someone like you and your team who can guide us through this and also serve as a reminder, I imagine, so that we don't have that set it and forget it mentality. You're kind of there reminding us, we need to follow up on this. How often would you say?
So most people will tell you they do it every 5 years or 6, 7 years. You know, we just do it every year. So we're doing annual reviews usually with clients like 4 times a year. So usually during those reviews, we're saying, hey, anything changed in your life? You know, and the kids get married and the kids get divorced. Like, yeah, my daughter got married. And like, oh, did she change her last name?
Because we get wrapped up in the excitement of that event, don't we?
Yeah, trying to buy them a gift for their wedding, but not thinking about all the documents you got to change stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, so her last name's not this anymore. It's this. Yes. Okay, well, let's get those changes done for you. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Right, so it can delay things if that hasn't been done because she's filing as this name when actually she has a new name now. So it's very simple. I've been doing this for 22 years now, and I enjoy it because really this is the last document you're going to leave. And if you do everything right in planning, right, you did all the right investment picks and you grew your money all well, but if your money goes to somebody it's not supposed to go to, or, you know, it's got to go to probate and it's locked up there for months and months. And then you have to pay attorneys to get this, you know, transition this money to whoever it's supposed to go to and not have like public record right? So sometimes these things go through public record or they go through probate. So it's just a simple thing to do. And most time people go through it, they're like, I didn't know it was going to be this easy.
Right. As I'm listening to this show today, I just think there's this value in shifting our mindset of what it means to create a legacy. It used to be, as I mentioned earlier in the show, like nobody wants to talk about it. It's a gloom and doom conversation. It makes us sad. But if we can look at it in the light of being a part of them enjoying our legacy, I think that really changes everything, don't you?
It's awesome. Yeah, especially like I said, in the way that you can structure it and have it go on certain dates, right? Things like that too, so the kids will always remember you because you're getting that check on mom's birthday. Things like that too.
I'm putting that one in my head. That
cool.
I like. Yes. Don't you ever forget my birthday. Ever.
This way.
Ever. All right. Thank you so much, Gary. Coming up, retirement IQ. Gary thinks he's ready. We'll see about that. Don't move.
In life, it's good to know what you have to work with. Knowing how many nails you have before building that birdhouse. Knowing how much sugar you have before starting to bake the cake. But do you know how much income you'll be able to count on in retirement? Retirement savings are one thing, but knowing how those savings can turn into income is another. Are you confident you know what your retirement income will look like? Call our team and get a free income analysis today. We can show you what you might expect for income in retirement. Find out now so you won't have to wonder later. Call for your free analysis today.
You've heard it before. Measure twice, cut once. When it matters most, it pays to take that second look. What about your retirement? When creating a plan to help increase your spending power, reduce taxes, build a legacy, and create income you can't outlive, another set of eyes might be your sharpest move. Take advantage of our free second opinion service. We'll see what you have and tell you what you might be missing, all at no cost to you. Reach out now for yours today.
They say knowledge is power. Whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, you'll probably never say you know too much. The same is true with retirement. The more you know, the more prepared you'll be for everything in store. And we've made it easy to get started. This free offer is packed with knowledge to help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act now and claim your free offer today.
More is usually better, but not when it comes to taxes in retirement. Tax rates might seem high right now, but these could be the lowest rates you ever see again. Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take advantage of now to help lower your tax bill later and help get the most out of what you've saved for retirement. But don't delay. Time is limited and rates could rise soon. So act now to get your free tax analysis. Help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
Welcome back into our show. It is time now to put Gary in the hot seat or the hot stand. I don't know what you want to call it, but I have the questions. You ready to go? Oh,
let's go.
Getting a little sassy here, it appears. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, first question. What percentage of Americans have a will? And I'm going to send some numbers here to you. 24%, 45%, 68% or 80%. And this is they have a will.
Mm-hmm. So the lowest number that you had on there.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 24%. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Definitely. Right.
And would you say that that seems accurate with who you work with?
Maybe even less.
Even less. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say 10% of the people I see that actually have those documents.
Yeah.
Or they have a will and they wrote it out on a napkin or something and had their neighbor sign it and now it's
or right here.
Yeah.
It's in their minds.
Yeah, you definitely want to get that done though too. I went in for a teeth cleaning the other day and they asked if they could get a copy of my will. And I'm like, I'm here for a cleaning.
You're
what kind of
kidding.
procedure are we got going on over here?
Yeah,
right?
you putting gas on me or what?
I'm like, maybe I don't want to get my
I've never
cleanings
heard
here.
of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
Right. So
Okay,
be
well
ready for that.
you never know, and you might need a will. Okay, next question, true or false? A trust can help you avoid probate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely true.
So as we've talked throughout the show today, that one's an obvious one if you're listening.
Yeah, I love trust because it's going to name who your assets are going to go to, like how you want it to go, who you want it to go to, maybe who you don't want it to go to is another one, right? Because sometimes we have people in our lives that come in and come out of our lives and you know, I have some clients that have kids and they haven't talked to them in 30 years, 40 years. And they're like, I just wish there was a way, like they don't want anything to do with me and I just don't want to leave them a bunch of money in there. So like, we can put in there that Steve is to get no portion of this trust or Mary is to get no portion of this trust. And there,
be as specific. You can be just so detailed with it down to something like that.
Right.
And just make your wishes very clear. And I think that's what we all want. And it helps our loved ones as well. Like
I love trust too, because it makes my job easy too, because it's like, this is where it's going. This is how it is.
Everything's going to the trust. All right. What is the maximum amount an individual can gift tax-free? Is it $10,000, $19,000, $25,000, or $50,000?
$19,000.
$19,000. You're right. And does it, like, if you're with a spouse, can you each give $19,000? Is that?
No, it's good, and it's going to be for that year too.
For the year, okay.
Yeah, and that's it. So some people are gifting more than that though, right? Or they want to gift more in step 2. So then you got to file that, and the kids are going to have to file that as well. And then you got your lifetime tax exclusions and gift exclusions, things like that too. I don't have a whole lot of clients gifting money though anymore to the kids, because a lot of them, you know, they want to just use it on themselves. A lot of them tell me they want to bounce the check on the way out too. That's
or we talk about how we want to enjoy our gifts to our children. That's what I hope for someday. I want to see them enjoying my gift.
Absolutely.
I want to go on the trip with them. I want to be a part. I want to see them do whatever they do with the money.
Yeah, my son's in travel baseball, so I'm always gifting him.
You're never going to be gifting.
Bat.
You won't gift him anything beyond, you know, but yes, he's getting it all right now. Yep. Okay. Here is another true or false. A donor advised fund allows you to make charitable donations while still having a say in how the funds are used.
Absolutely. Yeah, true. So we do quite a bit of them too. And a lot of people have never heard of what a donor advised fund really is. But if you're giving money to a church or charities, things like that, especially if you're giving a significant amount, and I'm talking like over $1,000, right? That's not like a big number. Most people are giving probably $100 a month to their church, right? And that's $1,200 a year. But you may only be getting a $600 deduction in doing so, right? So there's ways in these donor advised funds you can write off up to about $100,000 a year, and you get the tax deduction right now. So you're going to put the money in there, and that donor advised fund is going to kick out that money every single year to those churches and charities until it's done. And if it's done, do another one.
Do another one. I think what we've really learned as we've gone throughout the show today is just that we do have options, but we got to make these choices. We got to be proactive about it.
That's it.
And have it done. Don't wait till, it's too late, that kind of thing.
You got options of continuing to pay a bunch of money in taxes, or you have the option of paying
there's that as well.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
All kinds of options.
Way to bring us down here at the end of our game. Thank you, Gary, so much. Coming up next, think you've got retirement figured out? We'll see how ready you really are when Gary reveals his checklist challenge at the end of our show. Stay tuned.
You've heard it before. Measure twice, cut once. When it matters most, it pays to take that second look. What about your retirement? When creating a plan to help increase your spending power, reduce taxes, build a legacy, and create income you can't outlive, another set of eyes might be your sharpest move. Take advantage of our free second opinion service. We'll see what you have and tell you what you might be missing, all at no cost to you. Reach out now for yours today.
More is usually better, but not when it comes to taxes and retirement. Tax rates might seem high right now, but these could be the lowest rates you ever see again. Think how that could impact your retirement. The good news is there are strategies you can take advantage of now to help lower your tax bill later and help get the most out of what you've saved for retirement. But don't delay. Time is limited and rates could rise soon. So act now to get your free tax analysis. Help uncover hidden savings and optimize your income in retirement. Take action and claim your free tax analysis now.
They say knowledge is power. Whatever you're doing, whatever your goals are, you'll probably never say you know too much. The same is true with retirement. The more you know, the more prepared you'll be for everything in store. And we've made it easy to get started. This free offer is packed with knowledge to help answer some of retirement's biggest questions. It's our gift to you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Act now and claim your free offer today.
Welcome back in. Time to wrap up our show today with our checklist challenge. We know that some of you watching, you might have the pieces of a legacy plan, and that's a great start. But do you know how those pieces actually add up to something that works for you? And that's really this conversation that we've had the entire show. It's such an important one. I mentioned kind of shifting our mindset to making it more in a positive light. And I think that's really what we can take away from this show today. But you've got a few other takeaways for us to keep in mind. These are more logistics.
Yeah, just basically let's get the information together. Let's get the data together. Like, how you want things to go to your family. Who do you want things to go to? How do you want those things to go, right? Do you want them to get it in like a lump sum, or do you want to get them in payments or over a certain amount of years? Everybody's different. The second part of this too is to talk to your family, right? What's the intentions there? What's the wishes there? Who's it going to go to? Sometimes it's a second marriage or a third marriage. Have those open conversations about, how much of this money is going to go to my kids and how much is going to go to your kids, right? I have those as well. But really, I think number 3 on this too is just talk to a professional. Right? It's so simple to do these things, and it sounds like it's scary and things like that too. Some people are nervous to come to the office and talk about this stuff, but been doing this for over 20 years and make it pretty simple, right? Just have open discussion about it, and I'll try to make it fun too. We joke about it and kind of ease the tension that's in there, but it's really specifically like you're trying to avoid probate. You're trying to avoid your assets going to somebody you don't want them to go to, or taxed way too high than where it should, because I have a lot of clients that say they don't want to leave a bunch of money to their kids. 20 years ago, that was changed. Everybody wanted to leave a bunch of money to the kids. Now they're just like, I want to bounce the last check on the way out. And I said, but if that plan doesn't work, let's just make sure who's going to get it and how they get it.
Gary, one thing we talk about when you set up the plan, your overall comprehensive retirement plan, we want the spouse to be a part of that. What about when it comes to setting our legacy plan into motion? Yes, our spouse there, but do we want to involve the kids? Do you have clients that do that?
We do. So a lot of times the kids live in a different state, right? They're not in Florida, they're in another state, or one's on this side of the country and this one's over here too. But usually we'll talk to them afterwards. It's like, hey, I just wanted you to get to know who I am, because we're managing your parents' entire estate. All their assets are with us. I just want you to feel comfortable with me if things ever happen, or something happens like, we need a power attorney. Your parents, God forbid, were in a car accident and both of them, are in comas. Mm-hmm. I want you to feel comfortable, be able to call me up and say, hey, I need to pay bills. What do I need to do? Okay, here's the assets we're going to use first to pay for mom's medical expenses, or dad's going in a nursing home, right? So I want them to feel comfortable with me, to know, like, and trust me. But usually when they come to, to visit with their parents, I'm like, hey, let's get together on one of your next reviews and let me meet the kids. And get them all in the office, and it's like a family reunion in there sometimes.
It's one thing, though, to meet you and have that part of it, but not everyone wants to discuss the money part of it. How do you handle that?
So I'm like, they're eventually going to know it. They don't have to disclose it all to them right now. They just need to know, like, if something happens to me, you're going to be the CEO of this trust. You're taking over. All right. And don't worry about a whole lot of responsibility. You don't need to know numbers
right now.
Don't need to know numbers. Gary's got this. But just to let you know, if you ever get the phone call or you ever need anything, he's got it. Right. Okay. So, but sometimes they do want to disclose to it and tell the kids. And then they're like, oh, Mom, hey, can I borrow some money now? Yeah. So,
right. Are you feeling okay, Mom?
Yeah.
Right. Very good, Gary. Very important conversation today. Thanks so much. As always, you've done the hard part. You built the wealth. Now make sure it counts. Use the information on your screen and reach out today. For Gary and the team at Nature Coast Financial Advisors, I'm Amy Sharp, and we'll see you next time.